everyone, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Susan Timchak and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I'd like to welcome you here. I have a really quick, simple card for you tonight. As many of you know, or maybe you don't know, I like quick and simple. I mean, there are times when, I like those really involved cards, but there's times when I really don't have a whole lot of time to come up with something. And what better way than something quick and simple? So here's the card I want to share with you tonight. I'm not sure if the background is picking up, but I have a little bit of Wink of Stella, and I want to show you how I made this little background. The base of this card, let me move these things aside. The base of the card is using the free item, and it just had a little avalanche of cards. Free item from the current Celebration catalog. And let me just get these. I just had the page open and I grabbed the book, I closed it. And this might be, oh, speaking of closing it here, let's try that again. I am using on page 14 this Tutti Frutti cards and envelopes. This might be something that you kind of overlooked in the catalog. So I'm trying to get where it's not. There we go. You can see this catalog online if you don't have one, or if you need one and you don't have a current demonstrator, be sure to send me an email at stampandsuecreates@gmail.com and I can get one out to you right away. So these cards and envelopes, you get 16 pre-printed card bases and envelopes, 4 of each 4 designs. The colors that coordinate with it is basic black, Calypso Coral, Crumb Cake, Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lime Twist, and Pool Party. And it coordinates with our Tutti Frutti suite, which is in the Occasions catalog on pages 28 and 29. And here's a little sample, and actually the recipe of how Stampin' Up! Created these samples that are in this really fun Celebration catalog. And this is a free item with a $50 purchase. So let's take a look at those. Here they are here. In case we get a visitor up on the desk here tonight, I have a little fur baby Dory, which is kind of looking for some attention. So here are the fun Tutti Frutti cards, and then they have the corresponding matching envelopes, which is a no-brainer. Let me get the blue ones out. So there are the cards, and the inside is white, and they have a little bit of a design on them. And then the back side, the envelopes are printed on the inside as well. So how fun is that? So I thought I would go with using these free cards and envelopes. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Pool Party card. I'm going to just go ahead and fold that. Let me just move this aside. No matter how big my work surface is, it just never seems to be big enough. So how would you be able to get that? Well, let me show you what I used to create this fun card. I used the Myths, there we go. I used the Myths and Magic Suite. Okay, we have designer series paper, which is focused right down on here on page, that looks like a 51, but that's not right, is it? Wait, hold on. My eyesight is going. They say that's the first thing to go. 36 and 37. It looks like a 5, but it's not. And this paper is so fun. Let me show you the paper pack. So here are these little mermaids. Let me grab a few of them under here. So here's the little mermaids, and can you see they have a little shine and some glitter on their tail? I'm not sure if that's picking it up well, but this is so fun. You get 2 sheets of each of these, and they're double-sided, and they make great cards. I love this. I'm going to definitely make a card out of this. This has a texture on it. So each side has a plane where it's just flat, And then the other side has like a glittery, textury one. And if your kids or grandkids or any kids you know are into the dragons and the castles and the knights, they're going to love that. And this is, again, raised with a little bit of glitter on there. So this one would be the plain backgrounds. And look at these little, what do you call them? Like wizards. And I don't know what these little guys are called. Maybe some hobbits. Are they hobbits? And look at, if you're into unicorns, how fun is that? And the background is pretty too. And then we're back to this one and the stars. And here's my mermaid sheet. Can you see how all my little mermaids I cut out? I have a brand new tool that I bought a little while ago. I got a really great deal on it. It's called Scan and Cut. And it actually scans the whole page and it will cut them out. So that's how I got these little dragons cut out. And I chose to have a little border around them. Here's the little knights. And I'm going to definitely do my next card is going to be using these little guys. I have such a great idea in mind. And look at these dragons. Aren't they just so sweet? Do you not love those? So if you're not into the sheets, we also have a stamp set, which is called Magical Day. The paper is called Myths and Magic Specialty Designer Series paper. And it's specialty paper because the one side has the glitter and the sheen to it. But Magical Day, and if you want to save 10% by purchasing the framelits along with the stamp set, that's the way to go. I didn't get the framelits, and I'm kind of like wishing I did, because not only does it cut out these images on here, it also has a few other things with a banner and little waves and little like seaweedy kind of things. But this whole suite is super fun with washi tape and definitely this glimmer paper. I love the glimmer paper. But look at this cute thing that they made with this little scene here. Isn't that just adorable? Do you not love it? I do. I love it. Okay, so let me show you how I went about making this card. So again, I used the pool party background, and this will be the coordinating envelope that goes with it. So how fun is that? We'll put her aside. I used for the backgrounds this Big Shot Ruffled Dynamic Texture Impression Folder. And even though it looks like a ruffle, I thought it kind of looked like ocean waves. So I went ahead of time, and this is Pool Party cardstock, and it's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and then this will be my base card, which is already done for me. And I ran it through the Big Shot, and here's those where I'm using them as waves. But you can also use it as a ruffle, and you can use either side. It's totally up to you. What I did for my sample is I used a sponge dauber, and it's, oh, here it is. I used one of these sponge daubers, and I kind of, you know, rubbed off a little bit on my paper and then rubbed over it to kind of highlight the waves a little bit. But I thought this next card, I'll do something a little bit different. So I'm using my Pool Party ink. Let me make some room. I'm using one of these fun sponge brayers that we have in our annual catalog. We did away with the real rubbery kind of brayers, and we came back with these sponge ones, and I think they're super fun. They come right off here so you can wash them. And a lot of times, if you ever come to my house, you'll probably find them under my couch and in all the corners, because my cat Dory loves to take them and to chase them around. So I'm going to use them right on my ink pad. I'm just going to go round and round and round. Don't just go like this, because then you'll only get ink in one area. You want to go all the way around. And we'll start off the paper and end off the paper. And this will just kind of add a little bit of highlight. Let me turn it this way. Just a little bit of something. Something else you can do with these brayers is if you dab it in, go along your edge. If you don't want to ruin your manicure, it works great like that too. Now you can always purchase enough of these to coordinate with all of your colors, but You don't have to. You can just go ahead and rinse that out, or keep one for the blues and one for the yellows and the reds, or just rinse it out, you know, however you want to do that. So there we go. We made that fun background. So now I'm going to take my clear Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to kind of flick some color on there just to make it where it looks like it's almost like little pieces of diamonds. And who does not like to have some glitz in their life? I mean, I love glitz and never can have too much glitz, right? So there we go with that. So give that a second to dry. And I'm going to use the stamp where it says, "Hope your day is magical," because we all want a magical day. So I'm going to go ahead while that's drying. And I'm going to stamp this. This is just, let me get a different one. This is just a scrap of cardstock that I had. It's 1 1/4 by whatever long you want it to be. And I'm just going to go ahead and trim this just like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and use my triple bend or punch, and I like to use it upside down so I make sure I don't cut my words off. Just like that. Cool. And then I have to decide which one of my little ladies I want to add to here. Let's go ahead with this little lady. I love how her little tail kind of swings around. So we could kind of, let's see. How did I have that? This way with her bum kind of underneath where she's like sitting on there. I'm going to use my Tombow multi-glue. And I'm going to stick her on there. You see, when you have it the one way and then you try to do it again, it just, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. And this one, I don't think I'm going to do the ribbon. You put a little glue under her little fin there. I think I'm going to do without the ribbon on the edge. Glue her down. She needs a little more glue on her. So by not putting the glue on her when you stick it down on your card, you can go ahead and add it that way. Okay, fun. So then I'm just going to use my Tombow glue on the back. And again, you see how simple and quick this could be if you're going to, you know, a birthday party for a child or even an adult. This one would be fun. Adults are all into these mermaids and unicorns and things like that. So that would even make a great card for an adult as well. So there we have it. Let me pull back. Here's the envelope that we would use. And here's the other one that I did with using the dauber instead of the sponge brayer. And there you have a quick and simple card. So be sure to come on back and see what I do with these fun dinosaurs and knights. I have a really fun idea with those. I have to add a little more glue to her after we're done here. So I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell up in the corner so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. And I hope to see you all back here again real soon. If you're interested in placing an order for any of these items and getting these free cards and envelopes, and along with a lot of other Stampin' Up! Fun goodies, go ahead on my online store at stampinsucreates.stampinup.net. And be sure to like me on Facebook at Stampin' Sue Creates. So thanks so much for joining me. Have a super Stampin' Day, and we'll see you all back here again real soon. Bye-bye for now.